Oh shit, what up? It's New Comic Book Day, May 2nd. Got Avengers, #1. Death of Thor. In that one, I guess you saw what happened to Thor's arm. It melted off. And, yeah. Probably gonna be cool. Infinity Countdown, #3, right? Yeah, #3. Quicksilver had some stuff done to him by Pimtron, so it's gonna be Robot Quicksilver Pimtron hybrid thing. Hunt for Wolverine, Lost. A and B cover. Hunt for Wolverine was okay. I thought it jumped around a little bit too much. But, yeah, I guess it's going to show different parts of this 4-part story. And it's starting off with Daredevil. Shield, The Rebirth. This is by Hickman. I love Hickman stuff. It's collecting Shield, issues 1 through 4. I've never read it, but I heard awesome things, so it's going to be nice catching up with that. And I think they're about to finish the story, which issue 5, I think, is going to come out soon, and it kind of wraps everything up. So, pretty excited. Been on a Hickman kick recently, so that's all the Marvel stuff I got, actually. DC, Nation, #0. 3 different stories, only 25 cents. Highly recommend you pick it up, because it talks about stuff before the wedding with the Joker. Trying to get a light here. The No Justice teams and the Superman prelude by Bendis. And I've actually read it. It's pretty good. The art's really good, and I'm looking forward to all 3 of these storylines. Not so much the Bendis one, but I'm probably still going to read it. Got to see what's up with that. Also, Action Special, #1. It feels pretty thick. Got Jurgens and some other stuff in there, but it's cool. I ordered some stuff from DCBS online, Discount Book Services. Discount Comic Book Services, I think is what it stands for. And they're notorious for not mailing stuff in time, even though if you pay for extra for weekly shipping, which I do. And I was supposed to... Here's the B cover of the Batman newest issue by King. And that one, the original A cover was supposed to come today. Didn't get it. But yeah, you can't beat their prices. It's super cheap. But you don't know when you're going to get your shit. And also, they're notorious for mailing damaged stuff all the time. 3 out of 4 of the stuff I got shipped had tons of creases. I also got someone else's package before, and it was stuff I was like, I wanted to read or get into, I was curious about, so I was, gently read them and was careful. And in the middle of one of these books was just like a big ass corner ripped. I was like, Jesus Christ, they're just mailing out all kinds of fucking damaged shit. They'd probably get it at a good discount and sell it at a discounted price, so whatever. But yeah, Batman #46. It's part 2 to the Booster Gold's timeline story thing going on in like an Elseworlds kind of timeline. I'm actually excited for it because I really liked the last one to an extent. And a lot of stuff that didn't make sense. Like Robin was Batman in that universe, and it was cool because he had a bunch of guns and grenades. I love seeing Batman with guns because he's not supposed to have them. But it begs the question, like, why would Robin be Batman? He wasn't adopted by Bruce Wayne in this timeline, and just doesn't. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense like that. And King's notorious for not answering questions, just showing you things. But it should be interesting. It's an adventure. Also, Batman vs. Deathstroke, A and B covers. DC just put out a bunch of really cool, like, semi-virgin variant covers where, it doesn't have the title, but it still has, like, DC and the UPC code and some writing on it instead of just a pure virgin cover. But, so I've been calling them semi-virgin covers, but they're awesome. There's so many in the store I wanted to buy today. But, yeah, excited for Batman vs. Deathstroke, #2. Sorry, it's so bright. Also, from DCBS, and I was supposed to get the newest Nightwing, and this is the variant cover. The A cover was really cool looking also, but yeah, I thought that was really sick too. very, very nice. Also, Green Arrow and B covers. Once again, these variants, man, they're just fucking beautiful. Like, I really dig these. Super cool. But yeah, it's a continuation of the last storyline. This is issue 2. I'm not sure. I think this is the end. It's just a little two-part story series, small thing. But the last one had this bad guy called Nothing, and he ended up beating the guy up and punched his mask, and it cracked, and it was like a kid. It was like a teenager, and so he didn't want to shoot him or do anything to him. Kind of hesitated, and then the bad guy shot him to the stomach and left him there bleeding. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, how it wraps up. But it was okay. I don't know. Curse of Brimstone, number 2. I don't know, I have a feeling the way that last one ended, the whole entire town he was trying to save burned down, but I don't know. We'll see. It's been okay. A lot of people love it. Actually, I heard a lot of great stuff about it, but at the first issue. This one I have no idea what it's going to get into, but the last issue I thought was okay. It was decent. It was pretty good setup. I just didn't really have a reason to care about the main character. Snagglepuss, Exit Stage Left, issue 5, and here's also the variant. But keep fucking covering shit by the way I'm holding it. But yeah, I've been loving this storyline. It's been awesome. It's really good writing. And the last issue was heartbreaking because it's a Huckleberry Hound. He was in this like secret gay bar, and he had a boyfriend that was a police officer, and the police officers were known for like cracking down on people that were gay and stuff. And so this cop was in the closet. Mostly everyone else, there's a different time period they're trying to hide, and this like police raid ended up coming into the bar, and the horse guy like panicked and he ended up beating Huckleberry Hound, and it was like heartbreaking because they were like in love, It was like Jesus Christ. It was brutal, but there's a lot of other really cool themes, and the dialogue and is just really good. I recommend it. I didn't think I would like it, but I just wanted to see something different, and I like it a lot. So that's all the DC stuff. Next, Dark Horse, Koshi the Deathless, issue 5 out of 6. It's from the Hellboy kind of storyline area, from the pages of Hellboy, I guess. It's been really cool. This dude can't die. He just goes through a bunch of shit, and it's like the one way he can die was like the end of the last issue. Like the bad guy, whatever, found out a way to get this one thing. So, but yeah, that's been really cool. I also recommend Rasputin solo. That was really cool too. Next is Black Hammer, Age of Doom variant cover. Came out last week or 2 weeks ago, actually, I think. But yeah, so I read that recently. It was good. Happened to find the variant today. Picked it up. And I really want to dive more into the Black Hammer series because I didn't read the first like 13 issues. So something to do later on. And also now there's a bunch of side stories. I also want to read, I think, 2 or 3 now. Next from Image is Spawn. Actually, you know what? I think this one's Dark Horse as well. Frank Miller's Xerxes. Issue 2. Last one was okay. It's fine. It's just a lot, not even like a lot of dialogue. At least the last issue was just a lot of wide pictures and Frank's kind of weird art, and yeah, it was interesting. I'm gonna finish out the series. I mean, don't waste their started. It's only issue 2, but I'll probably buy them all and then think about selling them. I don't know. We'll see. Spawn from Image. Last issue, he was in jail. I don't know much about Spawn or what's going on, so I wanted to dive into it. And the last issue, yeah, he was in jail. And this one, I think they're like trying to cut off his like mask or whatever, but it's like bonded to his skin or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't want to break out or whatever. I don't know. Next one from Image, Death or Glory. I follow this guy on Twitter, the artist, and I came into know of him from Sean Murphy, the guy who did Batman White Knight. They're like friends on Twitter, and probably real life, I don't know. But I thought the dude's art was awesome, and I'm looking forward to this. It seems like a decent kind of storyline. But yeah, here's A cover, B cover, and C cover. I might have got C and B mixed up, I don't know. But yeah, looking forward to reading that, because I bet the art is really cool inside too. Also found this variant of Black Magic. I'm going to try to pick up every single issue of Black Magic eventually. So it'll be probably a slow process, but each time I try to find one on eBay, it's just like a mixed bag. But I'd like to get both the A covers and B covers, and I thought this one was pretty sick. And this one place I looked online, they were sold out of it. They had like pretty much every other issue, so I'm pretty close to be able to get them. But yeah, they were sold out of this one, and it kind of sucks too because this one has like a fucking scratch on it too, and that was a bummer. But until I find a better one, or who knows, I might just not care. Just at least I have it. I recently finished reading Dark Arc Trade. It's issues 1 through 5, and it was cool. And so part 6, issue 6 came out today. It's A and B covers. Kwon Do, I like his art a lot. He does like covers like this. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, Dark Arc was interesting. It deals with an arc kind of like Noah and the Ark, but it's just full of like demons and vampires and, you know, more dark, evil creatures. And I guess it was the devil or Satan, whoever told this wizard dude to make an ark. And I guess the deal was he'll save this wizard and his family if they do this, as long as Noah and his ark survive. Because if they don't survive, there's no reason for them to survive, because these demons and creatures need to feed on them, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, it's been okay. I feel like you're like claustrophobic inside the ship because it seems like so many characters and creatures inside a small enclosed area, so you feel it has like a claustrophobic kind of feel to it. But it's been interesting. Super bloody. But yeah, it's cool. That was from Aftershock. I like Aftershock stuff a lot. From Valiant, Harbinger Wars 2. I don't know much about the Valiant universe, and so I've been trying to dive into it recently. I've been buying a lot of Quantum and Woody, which I know really has nothing to do mainly with the bigger part of the Valiant universe. I would say Valiant is probably more like Man of War and Bloodshot and other ones like that. But yeah, I don't know, could be cool. I'm hoping this gives me more knowledge about the world of Valiant, and hopefully I'll end up liking some characters in there that makes me want to, you know, read more of their stuff. I think Jeff Lemire is writing Bloodshot right now, which kind of piques my interest because I like his writing a lot. So yeah, could be cool. That's all the stuff I got from this week. I recently started reading Black Monday Murders because I was able to get them all. So excited to read all these. I read the first issue and I was on the second one before I recorded this. But man, it's written by Jonathan Hickman and it is crazy. It's awesome. It's honestly like one of the best things I've read in a long time. It's pretty much like deals with like cult stuff mixed with American history and like financial things like the stock market and certain people throughout history are pretty much like assigned like different sigils and meanings, and it's just the stuff in here is insane. Like I gotta show you. Like Hickman is just a fucking beast. You're gonna see like a lot of weird symbols and stuff. And there's like news reports, like letters, and like this one dude got ganked. Yeah, there's like symbols like all hell God Mammon. Yeah, it talks about like Bischoff, Rothschild, Dominic, Ackerman. there's like post expansions with like J.P. Morgan and like all kinds of financial people, and it gives them like meanings like sorry, you can't really see, but yeah, like fire, air, water, earth, and assigned to like the individuals and what they mean, like a little chart, and like a breakdown of like history of all their stuff. And yeah, you gotta keep track of like these sigils, these like symbols that are assigned to each character to you, because you'll see some dialogue of people that are possessed, and like you'll see those like sigils, and you kind of like flip back and forth to see who they're talking about. At least I have, I don't know. And then they announce like even more characters, and there's like a wheel here that connects with this wheel. It deals with fiscal periods and sacrifices and all kinds of crazy shit. But it is awesome, and it's like a detective story as well. The detective is like trying to figure this stuff out and these connections. And but yeah, highly recommend Black Monday Murders. Sorry, I talked about that for way too long. And then last week, this is all the stuff I got last week, which I went over a couple days ago and gave reviews for most of it. Once again, Dark Arc, First Trade Publishing, trade paperback, I should say. Yeah, it was awesome. It's cool. Batman Creature of the Night. This one's probably the best issue I read out of this series so far. This is the issue 3. I don't know how long it's going to go for. I want to say it goes for 4 or 5, I think. But pretty much this Bruce Wayne, he's like obsessed with Batman as a kid, but his parents died in a similar fashion as his, and he has some psychiatric problems, and even like his uncle, whatever, is kind of like nicknamed Alfred. There's all these characters kind of like line up, and apparently in this issue you find out that he had a twin brother that died in the womb, and this Batman manifestation he kept seeing is apparently his brother trying to protect him. And I guess in this issue they kind of combined together at the end. So I think in the next issue we're actually going to see the main character be this like kind of demon Batman hybrid. So looking forward to the next issue, because I was on the line there for a while. Shadow Man 2, this one's been okay too. I think I'm going to probably wait to like issue maybe 3 or maybe 5 and see if I still like it. I like just like the fact that it does like hoodoo and demons and stuff like that. But this one I thought was better than the last issue. Cosmic Redneck, Grandpa Wins, Donny Cates. This is my first time I've ever read Redneck, and it was pretty good. I guess it's like hillbilly guys that are vampires, and there's like battling families and clans or whatever. And I guess shit was about to pop off in the last issue because a bunch of like cops or government officials surrounded the house that these characters were in or fighting. And yeah, so this one, just everything's a battle, just super bloody, which I guess that comic is known for. It's just it's gore. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, I might go back and read them all. I don't know. It seemed interesting enough where, if I had nothing going on at the time, I'd probably go back and read those if I got them cheap on Comixology or something. Yeah, I thought it was right. Ice Cream Man, number 4? Yeah, number 4. These 2 variant covers, version variant and B cover. A cover just has the Ice Cream Man logo here, but yeah, it deals with like this dude. His like friend he hasn't caught up with in a couple years dies, and he meets like the guy's dad, his deadbeat dad that left when he's like a kid, and but that's pretty much like the premise of it. They're all like one-off stories. It was decent. The ending was cool, and yeah, I'm not really gonna go into that. But there's the other cover from Black Hammer, Age of Doom. I really want to delve more into the Black Hammer series. Rough Riders, Ride or Die, issue 3. This one's been really cool too, better than I thought it would be. And that one I also have to read the early Rough Riders stuff as well, because I didn't read any of those, and now I want to. Killer Be Killed, number 18. I love Ed Brubaker. I love this series, this comic. It's been really cool. Trying to remember what happened. The copycat killer got killed in action. You find out who was an old veteran. It was like a loose cannon, and there's, I guess they closed the case on the main character's case. They're like, all right, well, problem solved. We got the killer. He's dead. And then you find out there's this one reporter, or no, she's a cop. She's a like detective or something, and she wouldn't let it go. Something like bothered her. She kept following these like different leads and things, and like old dead ends, and she found out who the real killer was, the main character. So it's just probably gonna go off next issue. It's gonna be cool. Lucas Stand, Inner Demons, issue 3 of 4. Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. I think I like the original Lucas Stand series better, but this one was pretty good too. At the end, it ended up with him meeting himself, because he bounces around through time, and yeah, it's been a trip. It's been pretty good, and it feels like kind of short, being like 4 issues, but yeah, it's been brief. I feel like they could have stretched it to like 6 issues, but maybe they didn't really have that much to say. I don't know. It's good though. I recommend checking it out. Abbott, issue 4. I love Abbott. It's good. This one, shit's going down also. The bad guys after her. She was looking for this one dude's son, and at the end, it's like the demon who attacks her is like that son, but like mutated. And she was using her camera as a weapon, as like flash, to get rid of these demons, and like their ghosts would go away and dissipate and say thank you before they died. But then she like broke her camera when she was like in this labyrinth maze thing. But yeah, but next issue is gonna be cool. And I'm not sure how many issues it's going for. I want to say like 5 or 6. I know it's like short. I feel like it's almost over. Next, Hellblazer. This was pretty cool too. The bad guys, so I guess like his ex-girlfriend got possessed by this one bad guy's brother's spirit or whatever, and then I guess they found out that like at the end of this, she's being possessed not just by one but a legion of different spirits. So at the back page, it's like her back, there's always like bodies and things stretching out of it. So hopefully, I'm sure he'll be able to save her. But yeah, it's been okay. The English like slang and stuff always like trips me out. It's funny. There's a bunch of teen gangs in there. They were saying, "Oh, sup, bruv," or I don't know, all this like slang. It's kind of fun. Batgirl, Strange Loop. It was pretty cool. It was okay. I guess she's like, there's like this couple fighting, and it's more like a mom with their kids, and apparently the dad is bad news, and the dad is there in the house when he's not supposed to be, and he's there to take the kids away, and Batgirl comes in to rescue them, and he like zaps her with something, and she just like, the story continues, but at the end you find out that there at that point when she got zapped, she's been stuck in her own mind like since then, and that's like everything that's happened in the comics since that point was like all made up. So yeah, it was weird because like, I don't know, there's a lot of things like, why would she come up with that for these characters and things, but whatever, it's alright. I think it goes on for it ends. This is part 1. I think it's part 2 is the last part of the Strange Loop storyline. But I like stuff with just like, mental weird things. Silencer, issue 4, battles Deathstroke, and I think in the next issue she's gonna battle Deathstroke as well. It was cool. It's funny because like I always hated this fucking Bill thing. And I even like tweeted at DC, I was like, this looks really dumb, like maybe it can fold down or do something. And in this issue, she got rid of it, like at least on the inside, like she's not wearing the bill at all, and it's awesome, and it looks way cooler. And trying to find a good page with, Jesus Christ, like 3 pages of advertisement right there. hold on. Oh yeah, and like I don't like this about Deathstroke's outfit. He has this like giant Spike collar. It reminds me of Spike and Tom and Jerry, like the bulldog. But I love Deathstroke or anything with Deathstroke really. I saw this recently too. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. It was better than I thought it would be. I don't really like Christian Slater as Deathstroke, or not Deathstroke, Deadshot, but it wasn't terrible, and it was super violent and bloody. I didn't think it would be that violent and bloody. Like, yeah, I was like, this movie has to be rated R, and it is. It's rated R. But I'd recommend checking that movie out. But yeah, so like she doesn't have the bill anymore. I wish there's some other cool pictures in here. I just can't find it right now. But whatever. I'm glad. Hopefully that bill stays gone because that really bugged me for some reason. I thought it just looked super goofy. And I feel like it would block your point of view and you wouldn't even have that if you were an assassin or that good. I don't know. It just makes no sense to have like a baseball cap looking helmet. I don't know. Terrifics. Issue 3. Raw Wheel of Doom. War. Raw's War. War Wheel of Doom. It was okay. They just pretty much say like they're tethered together, and they can't be more than a mile apart from each other, I guess. And just like random War Wheel of Doom attacks them, just rolls into it, and they stop it, and they're in like this bad guy's base where they're gonna camp out and figure stuff out. But he's like, yeah, I didn't send that, I didn't do that, so that's pretty much kind of where it ends. But that's probably the weakest issue I thought so far, but it's only issue 3. Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns. I really love the storyline. Dark Star Rising. It's funny because like I want to get into Green Lanterns also with Jessica and Simon, but I never can find a storyline like it seems interesting or good. And the cover, the B cover, like how they're always have like how they had these semi-virgin covers, like it looked badass. It had like Simon reaching up and like almost like the Evil Dead or something, like he's like reaching up on his like bodies or hands, you're kind of pulling them down. It looks super cool, but I was like, I'm not gonna pick that up because I don't really like their story, their writing so far of what I've seen, like reviews and stuff online. It just doesn't like interest me. But I love Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. It's been super cool. And it deals with Dark Stars. Continuation of that storyline. And yeah, it's been solid. I'm looking forward to the rest of that. Exiles, issue 2. This one they get recruit Valkyrie and Lil Wolverine cartoon version. And that part of the story was pretty hilarious. They had like a little Magneto that Little Wolfie was battling, and he was battling him because he stole all the pies. It was just real cute and funny. But I guess at the end, the Watchers come into play. They're there to execute the Unseen, who is Nick Fury. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But yeah, I don't really like the main character Blink. I think she's like too sassy for no reason. Like the Watchers come in, they're like, "Oh, we're the Watchers," and she's like, "Oh, well, good for you." And they're like, I'm like, okay, like, why the fucking attitude, lady? I can turn it down a notch. Moon Knight 194. Max Bemis. I don't really like his writing, at least a couple things I've read from him. But I never gave his Moon Knight a chance yet. But I wanted to read this one because it deals with Moon Knight's origin, supposedly. So I read it, and I guess apparently Moon Knight was Jewish, and it goes into like the Holocaust, and I guess the bad guy ended up being this like rabbi that was secretly an ex-Nazi and was like torturing or killing Jews. And I guess that event, he like witnessed that happen, and it like messed him up mentally. And I guess that's the beginning of his like mental problems. Apparently, I thought that was kind of weird, but all right. I'll probably read the next one to see how it finishes out. But yeah, it's okay. Batman 979. OMAC Attack. This has been super cool. I've been loving this, and I love these B covers. And the A covers are always good too. And the writing is really good, and the art inside is really good. It's been solid. at the end, like OMAC takes over. He takes over Red Robin's body, and he make this like Lord of the Rings, Sauron Tower thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm excited to finish out the storyline. I think the art's really cool. I like all the bad guys, all the OMACs, the coloring. I really like the coloring. But yeah, it's cool. Check it out. Marvel Universe kills Deadpool. And this one, at the end, Captain America brings back that... I forgot her name. Damn it. That cyborg lady that Deadpool killed or had a kid with. You know what I'm talking about if you know Deadpool. But yeah, she's back and she's gonna help Captain America take out Deadpool. All new Wolverine. I think this cover's goofy as hell. It's like I think she looks super weird, and Doom kind of looks kind of goofy too. But the art inside is nowhere near as bad as that. It's been good. I actually like the storyline. It's pretty good. Doom. But yeah, so I guess what's her name? Hill. She gets shot and she dies in this. So that's like at the end, and they're just battling a bunch of Doom bots, and the Wasp, was it Janet Van? I forget her last name. Anyways, she takes over a Doombot's body, so she's in control of a Doombot. So it's going to be all of them going against Doctor Doom. But yeah, I'm excited for the end of the story. It's been fun. Old Man Hawkeye. It's been cool. Hawkeye kills this dude at the end. Hunt for Wolverine. I thought it jumped around a little bit too much. You know what? I want to say like you should check out Old Man Hawkeye. It's been a lot of fun. It's worth reading, and I want to track down all the variant covers as well. It's been really good storytelling, and I highly recommend it. I don't want you to think I'm just dismissing it, but it's a really fun, like alternate future storyline where Bullseye's been tracking down Old Man Hawkeye, and he takes out like everyone. He's super brutal. It's super bloody too. It's really cool though. Hunt for Wolverine. I thought it skipped around a little bit too much. Apparently, Kitty Pryde faced Wolverine out of his statue adamantium body, and they had a proper burial for him. And then later on, went to check on the body, or was at his grave, she noticed this, like the X-Men flag that wrapped him in was like hanging on the branch, and she like sensed down, you like use your powers, and there's like no one down there, so they like dug up the coffin, and it was empty, and they're like, who took his body? Is he alive or what? But you can find some really good YouTube videos, on the breakdown of Hunt for Wolverine and the history of the Where is Wolverine chapters, like at the end of certain issues. I found one really good one. I forgot the dude's name. I wish I could tell you. But yeah, look for a summary of Hunt for Wolverine out there, and it'll give you some really good stuff out there. Batman the Signal, issue 3. 3 of 3 is finally over. I don't know why it took so long. Got a pug coughing over here. I don't know why this took so long to finish, but yeah, at the end, the bad guy was like Signal's real dad. Had some Darth Vader vibes to it, but yeah, I hope the guy keeps riding and finishes that out. Baby Teeth, Donny Cates. This is really good as well, and you know, I think these rest of these I went over. Like, I think these ones I read or gave a premise to it last week. And so, yeah, just in case, Batman the Signal, Baby Teeth, Demon, Thanos Annual. This is fucking hilarious. I highly recommend it. It's really funny. Avengers No Surrender, Doctor Strange, Damnation, B cover Damnation, Mighty Thor. And yeah, I thought it was weird how at the end of Mighty Thor, she's not dead. She came back from the dead. I feel like it just kind of cheapens her death. you know. But now I guess she's going to be like a B character that no one's going to really care about. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, there's something better in store for her. But yeah, that's it. And Saturday is free comic book day. So my local comic book store, I go to Pittsburgh Comics. They open up at 9 o'clock. And that's it. Record behind me is 10 years. Record behind me is 10 years after. The album's called Shh. That, you know, Marvel Universe, 10 years after. And I thought there was going to be a new Mad magazine, because I got this one, I guess, a week early before it was released. And but I guess the next one doesn't come out until like not the first week of next month, but like the first week of the month after that. So I was like, all right. But yeah, so I wore like a Matt's shirt, had the Mad Dude on it. Yeah, check out some new tunes, check out some new comics, and I'll hopefully see you guys next week. Peace.